I'm working as a HCM functional consultant in BISP Infonet Private Limited. So in this session we are going to discuss about the migration process. So we are migrating from QuickBooks to the Oracle Fusion HCM. So this is our BRD document. So first I'm going to give you a brief about our BRD document, what is our project scope, objective, and what is the objective of the migration, and then we will work on the according to the phases wise. Okay, so now let's start today's session. So first let's talk about project overview. Okay, so the project aim is to shift your HR data from QuickBooks to the Oracle Fusion for your business. Nowadays, technology is crucial in our daily lives. So that's why it's important to switch to a cloud-based ERP system like Oracle Fusion to stay competitive. And using business software is now a must to keep up in the business world. So moving your human resource data from QuickBooks to Oracle Fusion is a significant step towards enhancing efficiency and competitiveness in your business operations. So technology, especially cloud-based ERP system like Oracle Fusion, has become indispensable in today's business landscape. So business software comes in different types and help boost productivity. So the main reason to use a cloud-based ERP system are to increase productivity and profits. So the goal of the project is to move your human resource data from QuickBooks to Oracle Fusion for your business. In today's world, technology has become an essential part of our daily life. So Oracle Fusion provides a centralized repository for your business data, including HR information. So this ensures easy access to data from anywhere and streamline process and improving collaboration among employees. Oracle Fusion employs robust security measures to protect your sensitive HR data with features like role-based access control. You can ensure that only authorized personnel have access to confidential information, safeguarding against data breaches and unauthorized access. Oracle Fusion provides advanced analytics capabilities that offer real-time insights into your HR operations. By leveraging data analytics, you can make informed decisions, optimize workforce management, and identify trends to drive business growth. With an ERP system, you can store all your data in one place and making it accessible from anywhere. So this means everyone in the company has instantly share important data like finance, HR info, and customer management based on who needs to see it. And it helps ensure the right people can access the right information. Managers and other can oversee the whole business processes based on the access given by the owner. Using integrated software has big benefit. It can greatly improve how well your organization perform and making it more efficient and productive no matter how big or complex it is. And business software is made to help run and manage a business smoothly. So using integrated software has significant benefit. It can have a considerable impact on the performance of your organization. It can dramatically improve efficiency and productivity. Regardless of your company size and structural complexity, business software is designed to manage and administrate a business. So this is our project objective. Now let's move to the objective of the migration. Why we are migrating? So the company having recently expanded its operation into India through So now company expanded its operation into India through acquisition, now require a new ERP application specifically for human resource and data security purpose in compliance with local regulation. So migrating from QuickBooks HR to Oracle Fusion Capital Management, HCM offers several compelling reasons for businesses looking to streamline their HR process and enhance overall efficiency. So it provides comprehensive HR functionality. The Oracle Fusion provides comprehensive HR functionality. QuickBooks primarily focus on accounting and finance management, offering limited HR capabilities. In contrast, Oracle Fusion HCM is a dedicated human capital management solution designed to handle all aspects of HR, including employee recruitment, onboarding, payroll, benefit administration, performance management, and talent development. By migrating to Fusion HCM, businesses gain access to a comprehensive suite of HR tools tailored to their specific needs. QuickBooks may suffice for small businesses with basic HR recruitment, but as a companies grow and expanded their workforce, they often outgrow the capabilities of QuickBooks. So the Oracle Fusion HCM also provide the scalability and growth. So Oracle Fusion HCM is a highly scalable and can accommodate the needs of growing businesses, providing the flexibility to add new functionalities and support larger employee population without significant disruption. And it also provides the integration with finance and operations. So migrating to Oracle Fusion HCM allow us for seamless integration with other Fusion applications such as the finance, supply chain management. So this integration ensure data consistency across department and enables holistic business insights. For example, HR data can be directly linked to finance reporting, enabling better workforce cost analysis and strategic decision making. Oracle Fusion HCM has advanced analytics and reporting. So it offers robust analytics and reporting capabilities, provide actionable insight into workforce trends, performance metrics, and employee engagement. So these insights enable HR professional and business leaders to make data-driven decisions, optimize resource allocation, and identify areas for improvement. And Oracle Fusion HCM provides self-service, portable, and mobile applications that empowers employees to manage their submitting their HR related tasks independently, such as updating personal information, submitting time off requests, and accessing training resources. By offering a user-friendly and interactive employee experience, business can improve employee satisfaction and engagement. Oracle Fusion HCM is designed to meet global regulatory requirement and industry standard for data security and privacy. By migrating to Fusion HCM, businesses can ensure compliance with labor laws, data protection regulation, and industry-specific requirement, reducing the risk of non-compliances, penalties, and legal issues. And it also future-proofing. Investing in a robust HR solution like Oracle Fusion HCM ensure future-proofing against technological advancement and changing business requirements. Because nowadays requirement is going to be changed very frequently. So Oracle Fusion easily handle that kind of situation. Can handle it. And Oracle continuously updates and enhances its HCM platform with new features, innovation, and industry best practices, providing businesses with the competitive edge and long-term sustainability. So in conclusion, migration from QuickBooks HR to Oracle Fusion offers numerous benefits, including comprehensive HR functionality, scalability, integration capabilities, advanced analytics, enhanced employee experience, regulatory compliances, and future proofing. By making the switch, and business can streamline HR processes, drive organizational growth, and achieve greater efficiency and agility in today's competitive business landscape. So The client also necessitates the capability to generate both external compliances report and internal HR analytics to specific needs. So external compliances and internal HR analytics reports serve distinct yet interconnected purpose within an organization. So external compliances report are ensure that the organization follows to external regulation, laws and standards set forth by the governing bodies, industry regulators or other relevant authorities. Example include reports related to labor laws, equal employment opportunities regulation, occupational health and safety standard, data protection laws such as GDPR or CCPA, and industry specific compliances requirement. These reports typically involve documenting policies, procedures, training, audits and other activities aimed at ensuring legal compliances and risk. They are essential for avoiding legal liabilities, penalties and reputational damages. Let's say a company operates in United States and needs to comply with Equal Employment Opportunities (EEO) regulations. An external compliances report for EO might include a breakdown of the company's workforce by demographic categories such as gender, age and ethnicity, and analysis of recruitment and hiring practices to ensure they are fair and do not discriminate against any group. Documentation of training programs aimed at preventing harassment and promoting diversity and inclusion. It also includes the records of accommodation provided to employees with disability to ensure compliances with the Americans with Disability Act (ADA) and result of periodic audits conduct to assess compliances with EEO laws and regulation. So this report would demonstrate the company's commitment to EEO principles and its effort to create a fair and inclusive workplace in line with external legal requirement. Okay, so now we have also internal HR analytics. So these reports focus on analyzing internal HR data to provide insight and support decision making processes within the organization. So they leverage data from various HR system, example HR, core HR part, the payroll, the performance management to measure and analysis workforce related metrics and trends. Example of HR analytics reports include employee turnover rates, recruitment effectiveness, workforce demographics, performance evaluation, training impact and employee engagement level. So these reports enable HR professional and organizational leaders to identify pattern, trends and opportunities for improving workforce management, employee productivity and organizational performance. And internal HR analytics, for example, let's say consider a company internal HR analytics report focusing on employee turnover. So this report might include overall turnover rate, percentage of employees who have left the company within a specific period such as a year, and voluntary versus involuntary turnover, breakdown of turnover into categories such as resignation, termination and retirement, and also include the turnover by department or team. So analysis of turnover rates across different department or teams within the organization. And it also include reason for turnover, identification of common reasons cited by the employees for leaving the company such as career advancement opportunities, dissatisfaction with management or work-life balance issues. And it might also include cost of turnover, calculation of the financial impact of employees turnover on the recruitment, training and lost productivity cost. So this report would provide insight into why employees are leaving the company and help HR and organizational leaders develop strategies to improve employee retention and reduce turnover rates. Okay, so Oracle Fusion HCM provide the external compliances report and internal HR analytics because that is mainly focused on the HR area, and that QuickBook is mainly focused on the accounting and the finance. They are providing the very limited and only the important structure of the HR part. Okay, so now let's move ahead. So till now we discussed about what is the project objective and why we are migrating, the objective of the migration. So now let's see the client information. We have to also mention here the client information. So the client is expanding their businesses to US and India also. These are the different information of the client in the different entities. Okay, the headquarters detail as well. Now let's discuss about what is a project scope. So what is the in scope, and then we will discuss about what is a out scope. So we are going to integrate our project in the 5 phases. Okay, so in the first phase we are going to load the enterprise structure data, enterprise setup. So that is a one-time activity, because we are going to define we will define the data of the enterprise at one time, right? What is the name of the enterprise, what is the headquarter location, how many legal entity and business units are there. Then we need to define the legal structure, right? We will also define the legal structure, the legal address, legal jurisdiction and legal authorities of the enterprise. And then organization structure, we need to define the department. Then we need to define the enterprise HCM information, where we are going to define the information of the enterprise, like the workday information, what is the approval flow. So these are the things we will define in the organization structure. So we can define in the enterprise level also, and we can define at the legal entity level itself. Because if the company is for example, if the company is very big, right, so they have so many legal entities. So according to the different time zone, employee is going to work in a different country, right? So if we set at the enterprise level, so all the legal entity is going to follow the timing of the work according to the enterprise, but the entity is going to be at the India also, at the China also, at the France also. There are different work time, right? So we can define at the enterprise level also and the legal entity level also. Now we need to also define the financial reporting structure for our expenses, right? To define the currencies, what is the current conversion rate type, what is the primary ledger. So the financial structure will help us to in a payroll part. Okay, then we need to define our workforce structure. We will create their job, position, roles and responsibility, location, grade, worker type, work shift, everything that we are going to define in the workforce structure. So that will be our first phase. Then we will move to our next phase, that is a second phase. So where we are going to define the module wise the structure. First we need to define the absence. So what is a eligibility? So we will define the eligibility, the drive factor, the absence plan, what is the absence type, then different reason of the absence, that we will define. Then the compensation, what is the eligibility for the compensation, drive factor, elements, the earning elements and the deduction element as well, what is the individual compensation there, right? Then we will define the benefit. So there also we need to define the deduction element, different plan type, medical and life insurance, dental, vision, then program, then life events. So according to their eligibility, different employee will eligible for the different plans and programs, right? Then we have the time and labor. We will also define the time and labor for the timesheet purpose. Where we are going to capture our working hours of the employee. Then we will also define the payroll. In the payroll we need to define the bank account, different type of the payment method, and because there is going to be the personal, third party, what is the pay frequency, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, semi-monthly, the payroll element, and the costing. So that will be our second phase. Now if we move to our third phase, so there we are going to define the first the employee's personal detail, the address, the name, the emergency contact, the education. Then we will also define the employment details, under which legal employer employee is working, then what is the work assignment, work relationship of the employee, job, position, department, working time and hours, everything that we will define in our employee employment detail. Then we have to also define our employee's absence detail, the compensation and benefit detail, the timesheet detail, and payroll detail. Okay, then we will move to our fourth phase, that is a recurring activity, right? So there we will define employees different kind. In the absence detail, we will define employees different kinds of plans and how many plans are utilized and what are the remaining absence plan and balances, as you can see. And then we will define the employees compensation and benefit detail. So what is the earning and what is the deduction, that we will define in employees compensation and benefit details. Then we will define the timesheet details, how many hours employed worked, and for this month if we want to calculate, right, and the work week, the working day. Then we need to define employees payroll detail, what is the salary type, what is the payment method, the calculation card, the payroll relationship, that we need to define. Then at last, in the fifth phase, we are going to test whatever we created and load the data. We need to test if that's perfectly working or not. So accordingly we need to create one testing document. So that is our project in scope. Now let's talk about the project out scope. So here we will not implement the recruitment, the goal and performance, the talent management, learning, core finance will not be implemented here. And we will load active metadata of core HR, absence, compensation, benefit and payroll for the last 2 years only. And we will load active employees transactional data for last 2 months only. And we will not check for data quality of the source system because it's an integration project. Migration project. Now so this is the HR source payroll process flow for the QuickBook. So in the QuickBook we need to select our payroll system, we need to choose the payroll system, then create a payroll policy, then gather employee information, then set up direct deposit and the established time tracking system, collect employees timesheet, approve and submit employee payroll, and report and update payroll record. Right, so because the QuickBook is more focused on the finance and the accounting part, so they are providing the necessary and the less facility in the HR part, right? So payroll is the most important part here in the HR department because everything at last is going to be consolidate in the payroll. So that's why, right? So now let's talk about the HR target payroll process flow. So that so this is for the human capital management. So now here you can see we have different modules input. So human resource, compensation, benefit, time and labor, absence management, and if there is any third party. So that will these are the input that will go to here. Then in the compensation we have different things, the salary, bonus, commission, time entries, individual and updates, right? And same you can take from the absence, the negative absence, that will also impact on the payroll, right? The benefit, the deduction of if employee is enroll in certain benefit plans, so some amount is going to be deducted by the employee's salary. So that will also come here, right? So that kind of data will we move to the payroll process. Now, what is the process? First is the payroll calculation, then taxation, then payments, and then costing. Then we need to distribute and reconcile the data. So first is the employee pay, then third party payment, then accounting, and then tax filing, right? Then in the Oracle Fusion, in every step we need the approval. So in the payroll user, we have three different kinds of user: the payroll manager, payroll administrator, and employee. Because that input is coming from the employee's data, that's why employee is also here, okay, managed by the payroll manager and the payroll administrator. So in the Oracle Fusion, everything is handled according to the role based access, okay. HR cannot access the payroll information, right? So that's how it's work. Now the output goes to the cash management, journal ledger, and third party payments. So cash management is effective cash management require careful planning, accurate forecasting, and efficient payroll processes. By understanding the impact of payroll on cash flow and implementing sound financial strategies, business can ensure they have the necessary liquidity to meet their payroll obligation and maintain financial stability. Then the output also go to the journal ledger. So payroll impact the journal ledger by recording expenses, liabilities, tax withholding, and other financial transaction related to employee compensation, and proper recording and reconciliation of payroll transaction in the journal ledger are essential for accurate financial reporting and compliances with accounting standard. Then the third output is if there is any third party system. So this is our current and proposed HR functional process. So this is the data migration process flow. So first we need to take data from the QuickBooks desktop, then download the CSV file, and then check the incorrect data received or not. So in the staging area, we will do the cleansing, data transformation, mapping, and data validation. Then we need to generate the output file. After that generation, that we need to convert into that file, and then we will upload into the our Fusion application. Okay, then we need to check their data validation. So by the log files we can check BI publisher and also UI, and then our data going to be validated, and that is the end of the process. So this is an enterprise structure in the Fusion application, that is a proposed enterprise structure in target application. So we have our enterprise at the top level, that is a upholding company, ultimate holding company. Then we have we will create the division, that's optional, it depends on the requirement. Then we will create the legal entity, and according to the legal entity, LDG will generate. If you will load the data, then it will generate. Otherwise, if you are creating manually everything, then you need to create the LDG itself. Then tax reporting unit is also going to be created when we create the legal entity. Then we will create the business unit, and with the business unit we will create the RDS and the location. Then we will create the department is our cost center. Then we will create the job, then we will create the grade and the position. So that is our proposed enterprise structure in the target application. Now let's talk about the COS structure, because that is going to be used in our payroll, right? So we have charts of account, and we have different kinds of segment. right? The primary balance, the second balance, the third balancing, the cost center, the natural account, and the intercompany. And in segment we have different kinds of rules and security and cross validation that is going to be loaded by the finance department. Now we have different kinds of the accounting period. So in QuickBook you can create an accounting calendar, in a sense natural as well as physical calendar. There is a no adjusting period, whereas in Fusion accounting calendar you can have an adjusting period as a client requirement, and also can create a budget calendar with some limitation. So according to the different legal entity, we have two different accounting calendar. For India it's 1st April to 31st March, and for the US you have 1st January to 31st December. Then you have your currency information. So these are the things we need to define in our BRD document. So this is a document parameter according to the rating, you can say. So for the critical, this requirement is critical to the project success. Without fulfilling this requirement, the project is not possible. And if there is a document set as a high rating, so because the requirement is high priority for the project success, but the project could still be completed in a minimum viable product MVP scenario, right? Then we have the minimum rating. So the requirement is important to the project success as it provide value, but the project could still be implemented in an MVP scenarios. Then you have next low rating. So for this, if the requirement is low priority, it would be nice to have, but the project success is not depends upon it, right? And then next we have at last future. So the requirement is outside of the project scope and is included as a possible component of a prospective release and or the features. Now here you can see the different document required. So the enterprise structure, the approval hierarchy, the recruitment process, these are the priority according to the different document. Then at last we have some milestone tasks. First we need to define the project planning, then requirement and analysis, then we will do the design stage, then we will do the import existing client data, then create the GUI, implementation, testing, and then we will do the final UAT, and after that at last giving the training to the employees of the client. Okay, so we have total 9 tasks to perform to complete the migration project. So this is all about the today's session. Then in our next session we will talk about our first phase, where we are going to implement the enterprise structure, and then we will move to our next phase, and we are going to migrate our QuickBook to Oracle Fusion in the 5 phases. So this is all about the today's session. So I hope everything